winners match, and we are here on Catalina for game 1. Spawning up in the top as our Teal Protoss is going to be AeiS for Imperative Gaming, I believe.
Yeah, alright, and then bottom right of Catalina. Winner of game 1, match 1, is MaNiAcJaCe, member of Paragons of Perfection, our Red Terran. And these two players showed very strong play in their respective series so far. The winner of this will advance to the round of 16 of Vanguard League. And this is one of our final groups of Vanguard. We have 2 more after this next week in Group G and H. But for right now, these players are looking to establish themselves for the #1 seed in this group. And both players from their first series seem to deserve it.
Yes. And right now we're sitting at kind of a crossroads simply because we don't know how this game will turn out. We have seen AeiS has shown extreme perfection in his PvT before, but we do not know how MaNiAcJaCe takes this type of matchup. So he has the element of surprise on his side. So we really don't know who will end up taking this game.
Yeah, the double Reaper opening, he's going to get a very solid scout of what AeiS is doing. This is why you go for this build, is just to lock down what Protoss is up to. AeiS hasn't shown his tech yet, but my money is on a Robo coming down shortly by the time the Reaper gets over there. But both these players are going to play safe and standard so far. We haven't seen anything too crazy, and in that situation, AeiS's build is a little bit better, I think. It's a little bit safer, much more economic in the end. MaNiAcJaCe committing to the Reapers. He's going to have 4 Reapers out, actually. He's just actually going to add on more Reapers. He's not going to tech for this. Those Reapers, that's 200 gas he's invested into this harass.
He could very well use this to... he could just turn this into a small push and just use this to continuously harass well into the mid game.
Yeah, with the 3rd barracks now on the way, MaNiAcJaCe not looking to take this very late, I don't think at all. Not going up to factory or eBays or anything, just going to straight barracks. Starting Marine production now rather than Reaper. Loses 1 Reaper to a Stalker. That's not very good in this position. That Stalker's way out of position though. There's 1 still in the main. So he's going to try and come in and get something done with these Reapers, but with the Nexus Cannon is available right now, so they're not going to get too much. Best case for AeiS is here, he activates the Nexus Cannon when the Reapers are already weakened, and so he is able to pick off a few. There's 1 down from the Stalker, getting a lot of kills. MaNiAcJaCe not super flawless on his micro. And AeiS moving in with 1 Stalker, he's going to pick up a Marine kill as well. He's showing way better micro in this game so far.
Yeah, these two Reapers are back in the main, hoping to scout and cause some more damage. They do get the knowledge on the robotics facility.
Yeah, he identifies the observer came out of that right there. I hope he noticed. But he should know if he was watching the last few games, the last series against Seraph. He'll know that AeiS is headed into the same exact game plan as we saw from him in the previous two games out of him. He can switch this up. Oh, there's the Twilight Council, though, throwing a kink in the works, making me eat my words.
No robotics bait as of yet, but that could very soon change.
With the 3rd and 4th gas on the way in the Twilight Council, I think we might actually see DTs. That's what I would like to see with this push. But it might just be Blink and Immortals. Jake's coming across with some Marines. But AeiS with pretty good Stalker micro here, picking up a few kills.
Yeah, could very well pick off a 3rd if he's careful enough.
Yeah, in theory you can micro this forever, but with the Marauder teaming up with the Marines here, you don't want to mess with that. Yeah, he does have a Nexus Cannon available here in about 10 seconds.
The Marauder doesn't have concussive cells as of yet, so it would be easier than normal.
Both these players are in a little skirmish, but the force field behind these forces is going to get them trapped and killed. Loses 1 Stalker, but this Immortal and the 2 Stalkers are going to clean the rest of this up.
Yeah, go out all out and just clean it up.
Yeah, and Jace is actually rallying all of his barracks forces across the map to continue on this pressure, but AeiS not letting his macro slip. Going ahead and tagging up. It's no DTs. Going for Templar Archive, so nice, some variety out of him. Same exact opening, but then a different mid game. See when he takes his third Nexus. That'll be it looks like he's going to take it right about now, moving right through the vision of that Marine, but out of range of its attack priority.
Yeah, this other Marine is going to move up the ramp and see this.
Yeah, and AeiS is identified with the Observer in Jace's Bane that the third command center is on the way, and that's why he goes to take that Nexus. He identifies that the pressure is not going to be on right away. That third command center on the way. And MaNiAcJaCe is just now adding on his first factory. So with Templar tech done, with Immortals out, AeiS is actually feeling really comfortable right now. By the time Jace gets his tech up and going and able to fight toe-to-toe with this, he's going to have Storm and likely Charge done. And we're probably going to see Forges come down for AeiS here shortly to work on his +1 armor and attack upgrades.
Yeah. He is getting a Warp Prism out to help.
Ooh, storm drops. I'd love to see some storm drops here.
Yeah.
Especially with no turrets of the sort or any kind of defense down. Storm drops can do a lot of damage. And he's going to have Storm ready, and he's got Templar out with Storm energy available. He could very well go for that. It can be kind of risky if you get it seen, but oh, he sees the Marine over here on the side and picks it off. So now Jace's map presence is almost nothing.
Yeah, he is moving his third out, so he's going to be able to take a third base. But right now, AeiS has the army advantage.
Oh, and there he goes. He is going for the storm drop. Let's see how much he can get done with this. He's in a pretty good place, so if he gets anything done with this, I think he's going to be real comfortable moving into the late game here. More Prism moving down on the right side. And working on charge tech here. I think after the storm drop, he's going to be able to follow up with some Archons, charge lots, and these Immortals and hit really hard.
Yeah, and just come in for the exact kill. Nothing to defend against this, too. Just going to drop them and...
Ooh! No, he actually pulls it right through the storms. Wow.
Lose about 5 SCVs.
He gets 8 workers killed total with that. That was very well done by him. He immediately throws down 3 turrets. He doesn't want to have that happen to him again.
He just threw down 4 missile turrets on that. He's not taking any more chances.
Ooh, but he's going to get some Zealots warped in on his his main here.
He's gonna
and he has no units in position. Yeah, he focuses down the SCVs building the turret, so now that fringe is safe still for the Warp Prism. And he's going to be able to circumvent the turrets completely and fly down to the natural. And he still has 2 Templar in there. They've got Storm, and they're going to be able to land a lot of hurt on these SCVs. Oh, luckily transferring to the third right as that happens.
Yeah, there's still a good number of SCVs here. That's still 18 SCVs mining minerals and 6 mining gas here.
Ooh, Jace moving out to take an engagement. But AeiS doesn't have that large of a standing army right now. Their supplies are dead even. But with 5 Templar with Storms...
Yeah, there's 5 high Templar there. This Nexus does fall quite quickly. But let's just see how fast the Saren Bio Force falls to these storms.
Nice splits dodging the storms, letting the Marauders tank most of that damage. Ooh, nice storms there, picking up one of the medevacs, and that army is way too soft now to really engage with. Yeah, but taking out that third was really nice.
Yeah, and there's 1 medevac left with 7 HP. That's not going to do
huge amount of workers killed behind the scenes there. Pulls off a huge storm drop in the natural and another one in the third. We're up to 47 SCVs killed for AeiS right now. Yeah, he lost his third. He lost a large chunk of his army, but he has decimated, absolutely decimated Jace's economy. Yeah, those storm drops are very effective. And those 2 Templar and the Warp Prism are still alive and available to hit again. He's just pulling the boys and going for this right now.
Yeah, right now it's 23 SCVs to 64 probes. MaNiAcJaCe needs to make a move, needs to make something happen now, or he's not going to live to see any more of this game.
That's what he's going for. He's got his SCVs pulled out in the map. He's got 20 SCVs with this force ready to attack, And that's helpful, but only one of those medevacs really has energy, and this entire force is nice and softened up. So those storms are going to be really brutal. 5 Templar with storms available here.
Yeah.
Oh, the time warp and the storms. Oh, with no medevacs to heal this up.
Oh,
Jace is getting torn apart by these storms.
Absolutely.
Excellent micro for him, but it is just not enough. With the 2 Archons ready and 2 more morphing, yeah, that is GG. Delay. We had a small technical difficulty, but game 2 is underway. This might be the final match of the night for our Protoss player down the bottom left of Overgrowth. This is Imperative Gaming's AeiS. He is up 1-0 in the winners match here.
Yes, and spawning in the top right, sporting the red Terran, representing the Paragons of Perfection, is MaNiAcJaCe, who is doing a very interesting gas before barracks opening.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see like something similar to his TVT. I'd love to see something crazy thrown out there, especially since AeiS plays so light on his gateways until his economy is already up and running. Like a 1-1-1 attack, something really old school like that would be very strong against what he does. With the 1 Robo is a safe build, but it can get easily overwhelmed if you come in with Banshee and some Hellions and some Marines and stuff. Yeah, and we got the factory following right up after the barracks. We'll see. Might just be another Widowmine drop play, though.
Very well could be.
That's certainly the more standard way to play this out. But like I said, I'd love to see something crazy to throw AeiS off his game, because we have yet to see that happen. Got a reactor down on the barracks in Jace's main, so we're going to probably see a swap there on the factory. Some Hellions coming out.
And if that probe does get out of there without in one piece, and does manage to scout out the entirety of the Terran base.
Yeah, interested to see where AeiS takes this game. I think it's definitely in his plan to dictate the pace of it again. He's been in charge of every game so far.
Yeah, he's taken every game by storm, in both figuratively and literally in some cases.
We got 2 Hellions on the way with the Marine, and the starport started. Probably going to see some of those units dropped in while the other ones running them front. It's another typical TVP opening. But with AeiS has shown us he plays so solid, and there's the Robo again. He is just following his game plan with 1 Stalker out right now. He's not going to see the Reaper coming across, which is its own form of scouting of itself in PvT. You know, that barracks must be busy doing something else, like building a reactor for a factory or something like that. He knows there's going to be a slight change from last game. 2 Hellions make their way across the map, and they're going to reveal indeed what that reactor was up to. And they're going to make it into the main, I think. Maybe you get a couple probe kills. Oh, nice block by AeiS getting that Hellion delayed. But they're into the main. They might be able to pick up a couple kills.
Ooh.
2 there.
4 there.
Wow. A lot getting done there. That is 6 probe kills from 2 Hellions. I mean, just mineral to mineral, that's a nice trade there. And 2 more Hellions making their way in. Might pick up a few more probes with the Nexus Cannon coming down. They aren't going to get nearly as much done. That's a nice timing window there for MaNiAcJaCe, getting those first 2 Hellions in before the Nexus Cannon was ready. And there's the 2 observers queued up for AeiS. Just once again, going for the same plan. If it works, don't fix it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Very good quote to live by.
Mm-hmm. And AeiS has shown us that's what he does. He's very solid in this order.
Like a code of ethics to live by every day.
Yeah, and he's done a really nice maneuver here with sending in the Hellions and the Marines. He's forced the Nexus Cannon, and right about the time that expires, we're going to have a medevac with 2 Widowmines and 4 Marines flying into the main. And that Nexus Cannon isn't going to be ready for about half a minute, 45 seconds here. So all he has to defend this is an Imminent Immortal, 1 Sentry and 2 Stalkers. With 2 Hellions in the natural, right as they move down, he drops in 2 Widow Mines. Then the Marines in the main. These Widow Mines, oh no! Oh! So many probe kills! Oh, he is up to 24 total this game. Oh, that is what we needed to see AeiS thrown off of his game. His economy is in shambles.
Yeah, 9 and 7 on those kills, on those Widow Mines.
Wow, 16 extra probe kills. In addition to the 2 he got with the Hellions, that is so much better than you ever expect to get with that, I think. That's about as good as you could hope for. And he's getting more probe kills. Oh no, these Marines just salting the wounds here. And he's going to actually escape with that medevac boost out. Wow, AeiS is down for the count here. He's going to really struggle to hang on in this game, I think. MaNiAcJace's tech is not nearly as delayed as it was in the last game. He's got Stim on the way already. And he's got another medevac with 2 Widow Lines ready to move out and drop here. And he's going to be able to put on 2-prong pressure. He's got 3 bunkers up the front now, 2 complete, 1 on the way. So as this barrack slowly pumps out the Marines, he's going to be nice and safe from any kind of counterattack.
Yeah, that has to be the calling card for MaNiAcJaCe to get back into this match, into the series. That was a very good, very solid attack, and completely decimated AeiS's economy.
Nope, Widow Mine's trying to burrow in the natural here of MaNiAcJaCe. He gets 2 sentries with 1 Widow Mine. That started out as not that effective of a drop, but the 2 sentry pickup is really nice. That's 200 gas for 25. And he's managed to unload his 4 Marines over here. That medevac is really soft, and those Stalkers I think are going to target it down. But those 4 Marines might be able to get 1 more probe or something before they move in. But he's just going to try and run them away, meanwhile taking tons of Nexus Cannon fire. And he's getting ready to move out again with another medevac and 2 more Widow Mines, just keeping on the pressure. And AeiS can't hope to possibly move across the map and get anything done with these Widow Mines and Marines moving around in his base and just tearing him apart slowly. Goes for a 3rd Nexus. He sees the 3rd command center on the way in the main of Jace. So typically that's a good move here, but he just doesn't have the forces to defend this. I mean, he's stretched way too thin right now.
Yeah, there's 2 more Widow Mines going right down in the natural.
Burrows 1, burrows another.
Gets 2.
But
only 2 probes this time.
Yeah, but only 2 probes when you only had 40 total is not that great.
True.
He's barely got his natural saturated, barely got his main saturated, and his 3rd is on the way. Meanwhile, Jace is looking great on a 2-base economy, and he's going up to 5 barracks now. And he's going to have his 3rd established shortly here, and he's just going to walk away with this. I think the Warp Prism is out and ready to do some harass for AeiS, but the army count is just so much higher.
2 more Widow Mines in the main again.
Oh wow, nice dodge on the probe there, jumping in the assimilator before it died. So only 1 probe kill with those 2 Widow Mines.
Yeah.
But man, AeiS only has 3 Stalkers, 3 Sentry, and an Immortal. I think, MaNiAcJaCe is kind of identified here that he can just go kill him. I mean, he might even pull SCVs if he wanted to at this point, but he's just going to go across.
There's a Warpin coming in the Terran base. Yep. Right now there's 4 Zealots and 2 Sentries as well with the Warp Prism in the main.
Yeah, he's got a Widow Mine buried in his mineral line, so he's going to be pretty safe from this. Those Zealots aren't going to get too much done, especially with the economy pumping out more and more units. Meanwhile, Jace is moving in on AeiS's 3rd, and he's going to take down this Nexus easy peasy. It's another Widow Mine drop in the natural. Yeah, he is just taking control here. This is exactly what we wanted to see to make a series out of this. Seed lands his 3rd. He is looking good. Actually picks off the Warp Prism with a Widow Mine there, so there's going to be no more Warp Prism harass.
Yeah, MaNiAcJaCe is taking this game a lot better this time around.
Yeah, here come the SCVs to the 3rd, and that's just going to be so good for
MaNiAcJaCe. 3 more barracks
MaNiAcJaCe.
coming down.
Yeah, with the Colossus production just now starting and Twilight Council coming down just now with no third base for AeiS, he can't afford all this tech he's trying to get. If Jace can put on the pressure before the Colossus range is done, then that lone Colossus is gonna just die so quickly. Tries to chase down that probe on the left side, but doesn't get it. He scans, sees that there's no third. Not sure why he scanned there. He had a medevac already in position there to see it. And he stims in. He's chasing down this Colossus. The force field's trying to push it out, but the Nexus Cannon and the Colossus trying to get something done with the two Immortals.
Goes down.
But this bio, it's going to expire, and he's going to lose this army. But he's taken enough down from AeiS that I think he's going to be in good position with a follow-up attack. Doesn't pick up that Colossus, which he was really hoping to get done, but he's in a fantastic position to just tech up and flesh out his tech. He's got the Ghost Tech ready. I think he assumed AeiS would go straight for Storm because of the first game, but he's ready for it at least, and he can just start Viking production, which there he goes. 2x2 Vikings coming out. And he can just keep on putting on pressure and denying this third. And like I said in AeiS's previous match, what Seraph tried to do to him was starve him out on 3 bases, which doesn't really work because the Protoss 3-base economy is so strong, and what Protoss can make off of 3 bases is so strong. But right now, Jace is successfully holding our Protoss player to 2 bases, which is far harder to get this Storm Colossus composition going. You see, we have 2 Colossus and 3 Templar out, but almost no other gateway units. So you have 3 Stalkers, 3 Zealots, and an Immortal to back that up. That is not nearly enough.
Yeah, that buffer for those Colossus. There are 3 Colossus, but the buffer is very, very weak. Even with a good-sized bio force, MaNiAcJaCe could easily come in and just steamroll over these Colossus.
Yeah, he's up 50 supply right now. I'm honestly surprised we haven't seen an SCV pull. This is exactly the time you want to get an SCV, attack in. Like, right before Storm, you got a big, nice army advantage, a couple Vikings to fight the Colossus, and you just hit with all your SCVs and all your bio. Some Zealots warped in on the left side, doing a little bit of damage to the third base. But
yeah,
as MaNiAcJaCe moves into the natural, he takes down the Nexus. Storm isn't done yet, so those Templar are just useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's not taking that favorable of an engagement, but that's fine for him in this position.
Yeah, he's gotten down the natural.
So many nice pickups.
Yeah. And he's gonna
pick up another Colossus. Third one going down here. It's only that fresh Colossus left, plus a 6 Stalker warp in that's all AeiS has here to back up, and he's not going to be able to stay in this game much longer, I don't think. That warp in on the left with the Zealots bought him some more time, but that push was just so successful. Now AeiS is stuck on 1 base.
Until he can rebuild this natural.
Right, and he's trying to retake his third as well, but there's 2 Marauders over there. They're going to deny that probe very quickly. Meanwhile, Jace is on 4 bases. He has yet to start mining from that 4th, but it is there for him when he wants to do it. And he's just going to keep walking away with this. His advantage is massive. He's up 60 supply right now. With a huge ball of Marauders. He's got 2 Ghosts now with Viking and Medevac production going. 4 Marauders at a time, 5 Marines at a time. He's just looking great. I love how clean and clinical these players play once they get an advantage. They aren't throwing away their games at all. They aren't letting their opponents back into it. I mean, AeiS is fighting tooth and nail for this game, but Jace is about to hit his GG timing, I think.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. Yeah, I mean, MaNiAc... Yeah. There's a little bit of lag in the game. MaNiAcJaCe is showing that he just has 4. He has double the bases right now in comparison to his Protoss opponent AeiS. So
yeah, he scans and sees that the natural is about to finish with just a bunch of probes, long distance mining here. I mean, drops would be fantastic at this point for him, I think. AeiS has such a little army, and he doesn't have any of it spread to his fringes, so he's very vulnerable, like up in his main. No Artosis Pylons from him, which is nice to see, but they're getting a little bit of lag.
Let's see. Wait. I can't pause.
Yeah, we're not referees. Saber forgot to make us referees, so we can't actually pause for the players. Hopefully one of them pauses. I don't think either one of them are going to take an engagement until they feel a lot safer. AeiS isn't going to feel safe in this game for a long time. So we've got a little bit of lag. Not sure where it's coming from exactly, but I actually can't let the players know. Let's see. As soon as we get this game finished up, I feel like MaNiAcJaCe is in a fantastic position to take it. He's up 70 supply right now. I mean, having a pause for lag is always annoying, but when you're in Jace's position, it's much more comfortable. AeiS is on the edge of his seat right now, only in this game by his fingernails, but
yeah.
Shoot, I think we aren't able to let the players know what is happening right now. So it's on them to unpause when they feel comfortable. Hopefully they recognize that. We would not be silent yet, but yeah, they're figuring it out on their own here. Yeah, MaNiAcJaCe is going to unpause here soon. We see 6 Templar ready with Storm on AeiS' side of the map. 6 Stalkers and 6 Zealots. I mean, he's got his 8 gateways ready to produce once he gets his 3 base economy going, which now that his Nexuses are done, and with 54 probes, he's going to be able to saturate those decently and get his economy jump started a little bit. But he's got a lot of distance to make up as we get the game resumed. Hopefully that lag is taken care of for our players. Yeah, he's got mining done on 3 bases now. The main is mostly mined out, so it's really like 2.1 bases. But he's going to be able to shoot up his supply, but with MaNiAcJaCe being about to be maxed out, he's just going to move in and roll this army. I feel like with 3 Ghosts with EMP ready.
It's not going to end well for AeiS at all.
No, in the scan, he sees everything. The Ghost coming in. Nice EMP on about half the Templar here.
Very nice.
The feedbacks on the other 2 Ghosts. Nice feedback by AeiS. He needs those.
There's the Storm.
Excellent Storm. The Colossus is already down. Another excellent Storm.
Yeah, the splits. Yeah, Terrence put those on me, minimizing casualties.
Yeah, Jace's not even pulling out the great micro like we've seen. Like that was slightly above average. The winners match, Group F, Vanguard League in ASL Season 4. These are our 2 victors of the previous series, and they are at 1 game apiece, ready to move on to the round of 16. In the south position on Vani Research Station, it is our Teal Protoss, AeiS, representing Imperative Gaming.
And spawning in the top right, who took last game fairly effectively, is going to be Para OP's MaNiAcJaCe, sporting the red Terran.
Yeah, he did cleaned up AeiS in that last game. That was the first map we've seen AeiS lose. As MaNiAcJaCe opened up this series with a loss, and he's going for the same barracks into factory. I wonder if he wants to go for that very successful Monomine drop. And AeiS says, "Oh, I see that. He's just going to be ready for it this game. Hopefully, not going to lose 20 plus probes in one fell swoop." That really hurts early on in the game. We saw that he never really could recover from that. That probe's not going to escape. That SCV sneakily throwing down a second supply depot there for the Marine to be able to pick it off.
Yeah. Of course, now that maybe he shouldn't have mentioned that, because now MaNiAcJaCe knows what he's planning, so he can in turn plan around AeiS's plan that he's planning around his plan.
Yeah, he knows he knows. But AeiS knows he knows he knows. So, I mean, this is mind games on mind games here. MaNiAcJaCe looking like he's not going to change his plan up. He does get a Widow Mine first this time. Last game we saw he opened up with 2 Hellions, and he got a reactor on his barracks first. So he's got 2 Hellions random across the map, got a few probe kills, forced the Nexus Cannon with the second pair of Hellions, and then came in with the Doomsday Widow Mine drop and just wrecked the probe line.
Yeah,
I think actually MaNiAcJaCe is expecting like a proxy oracle or something with the Widow Mine already buried in the mineral line. But obviously we're seeing the exact same opening as the previous 3 games, 4 games out of AeiS here. Just one gate expand into Robo.
Well, it's been quite successful all over except for that one game.
Yep.
So why fix something that's not broke?
Right, exactly. And AeiS is so solid with his opening, it allows him to go into whatever tech he wants. It's not quite as fast as like a Blink Rush, a DT Rush, a Stargate opening, that sort of thing, but it's so safe against like the Widow Mine style that Terrans like to do these days. And that's what we see out of MaNiAcJaCe. This time only getting 1 Widow Mine, only now just adding a tech lab on his barracks, so he's only got the 1 Widow Mine with 6 Marines coming out. And that probe gets to the Zonaga Tower just in time to see that dropship coming in. And with the mothership core in place to Nexus Cannon, the natural Nexus, I think he's going to take a lot less damage this game from that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, AeiS does see that dropship coming in.
Especially with the 2 Stalkers blocking the ramp on hold position. That is excellent play there.
Yeah,
here comes the Widow Mine drop straight through the natural, kind of in between the 2 Nexi. He's not going to be able to Nexus Cannon either one of those very effectively. And the 6 Marines able to do a lot more damage than the 4 Marines you typically see dropped with this. They're actually able to force away that Stalker, pick off a probe. Now Widow Mine is positioned right there on the ramp in kind of an annoying position.
Yeah.
They're going to pick up a Stalker, these Marines, and a couple of probes here. This Marine's actually getting quite a bit done as he boosts away the medevac to avoid taking that too much damage.
Another Stalker, but we're going to take on these last 2.
Man. That last Stalker's only got 12 HP and 24 shields. These Marines are actually getting a lot of work done in the Widow Mine right on the mothership core. Yeah, that Nexus Cannon was so late. I think he wanted to hold off and try and not use it at all, but by the time he got it off, he's lost so many probes. I mean, that's 9 kills with the 3 Marines still in the main ready here. You're going to see the Immortal coming out.
Yeah, even with that devastating loss, he's still tied with workers with the Terran.
Yeah, you got that natural Nexus up so much faster with the Chrono Boost. He's going to be up in workers. With the Mule, though, the double Mule from MaNiAcJaCe is going to be pretty even on economy right now. With the 2 Widow Mines coming down again, the mothership core doesn't actually... it died, actually. Wow, I didn't see that. The Marines, their last... hurrah, I managed to take out the mothership core, so there's no real defense for this. 2 Mortals and 2 Stalkers.
You got 2 more Widow Mines coming in. And yeah, AeiS is not having any of that.
Nope, he sees this coming. He gets 1 probe and the shields down the Immortals, but no damage taken there, really.
Yeah.
MaNiAcJaCe looking to go in the mid-game. I like this, how he's adjusted from Game 1. And the Game 1, what he really suffered from was the lack of tech when he tried to just open with a heavy Gateway Reaper play into the Marine Marauder. He wasn't able to compete with the safe tech opening of AeiS. So he's adjusted and gone for the 1-1-1 style openings. And now his tech is nice and fleshed out. He's got a Viking patrolling kind of in the middle here. I'm not sure why that's there. It kind of needs to be on the far right side to watch this Warp Prism come in with 2 Immortals. Meanwhile, we got 2 Widow Mines and 4 Marines on the left side. We're going to have a pair of drops here happening.
Yeah, but let's see how well each player can manage these, can counter these drops.
Mortal's starting to work on the natural there already, getting a couple SCV kills.
Yeah,
Then SCVs get pulled.
Yeah, AeiS, by dropping first, it's going to deny MaNiAc's drop, just because he has to focus on defending his base.
Yeah, MaNiAcJace's micro is going to have to keep up with this, as the War Prism evacuates those Immortals in time. You don't want him to take damage, but right as MaNiAcJace moves in with his 2 Widow Mines and Marines, burrows him down. He's going to lose a few probes here, 4 probes going down, with the Marines picking up the rest of the probes here. And he needs to pick up and get out of there. Boost is ready. He does not need to lose this medevac, but there he goes. He could have actually picked up both those Widow Mines, I think. He's got another pair of Widow Mine drops in the natural, and he's up to 21 workers killed now.
Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, AeiS hasn't lost that many workers in comparison to last game, but MaNiAcJaCe is being very effective at locking down these expansions.
Yeah, I mean, last game we saw as many workers killed as Jace has now in the first drop. Well, I mean, the Widow Mines and the natural go off again. They get 5 kills between them. The Nexus Cannon and the Observer are going to clean those up before they get anything else done. And he actually manages to kill off the 2 Immortals in the drop before they're evacuated by the Warp Prism. So he's just got to watch out for Warpins there. And he's still got his Viking on patrol in the main. I mean, that could have been pushing away the Warp Prism so long ago. He's taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Only 5 SCVs killed for AeiS in this game. But he could have had this at 0 if that Viking was in position. He's getting ready to move out with 2 Widow Mines in his MMM. Only at 3 barracks, or excuse me, 4 barracks though. No, it's 3 in a factory. That's what I'm seeing here. So he's not looking to do game-ending damage here, but he's going to be able to put on a little hurt with the light gateway force that AeiS has, and he expended both of his Immortals, which are the bulk of his army that he has standing in that drop, and those are no longer extant. So this could do a lot of damage. He's probably going to deny this 3rd base, and
no doubt.
Until last game, AeiS had a solid 3rd base foundation. That gets to cancel. So this Jace is looking in good position to move on and pull this game into a similar position from last game and walk away with this. Yeah. Scans the top of the ramp, sees the sentries with force field available, does not want to move up into that just yet. He's got 4 Widow Mines here, though. Those are going to be a problem. He's going to be able to elevate her into the main.
Yeah, Doom drop incoming.
Now with the force running up the ramp here, the Colossus is out now. It does not have range, so the Marauders actually have the same range as the Colossus. The Colossus is not going to be able to get a whole lot done in this fight. Yeah, force fields are nice, forcing him to only fight part of this army at a time. But part of this army is enough. Takes down the last Colossus. I think this is it for AeiS. I think MaNiAcJaCe coming down 0-1 is going to take this game and move on. Nexus Cannon is down, but there's the GG well played.
Yeah.
MaNiAcJaCe moves on to the round of 16.